So I have a little trick positioning my elements in Canva. Since Canva doesn't do templating very well, what I wanted to do is I want to make this worksheet to look consistent. So here I have my 4 and then my 3. I have too many worksheets. So here I have my 0. I want the number there, and then I want the name of the number, and then this is my abacus frame over here. Well, that's what I'm working on. So I have my 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and this one, let's move this sheet down. I have too many duplicate sheets. But what I did is I copied and pasted. So I have my numbers that I needed to do. I'm going to delete the 3 because I already have a 3. We're going to do 6 and 7, and I want to put it here and here on top of the 2 and the 3 on this sheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and cut. I'm going to cut 6 and 7 from this sheet, and then I'm going to put it onto this sheet. When I add it, the 6 and the 7 are on top. Think about it as layers. So now, if you notice, the 6 is on top and the 2 is on top. So when I align it, it's going to go to the top of, they're both going to be aligning to the top. Because the 2 is the most top, it will follow that. So I'm going to select it again, and I'm going to have this, I wanted to move the 6 to the left. So when I align it, I'm going to position the align, and it will move to the 6. I'm sorry, it will move to the left. So now, if you think about it, my 6 is on top. So what I need to do is I need to move the 6 behind the 2 so I can select the 2 and delete it. So what I need to do is I need to select the 6, and then I'm going to move the layer of my 6 behind. I'm going to move it backwards. So I go back to position, and I'm going to move it backwards. However many times until it grays out. So now when I click off and I click back on, the 2, I can select the 2 and I can delete it. So I'm just going to rename it. And now I'm going to do the same thing with the 7. So I will align the 7. I will select the 7 and the 3, and I will bottom align it, and then I will I'm going to left align it. So then my 7, don't forget, my 7 is on top of the 3. When it moves, it's on top of each other, and it's very difficult to see because, they're on top of each other. So what I need to do is I need to select the 7, I need to move it backwards. When I move it backwards, then it'll be easy for me to select the 3. So I click off again, and then I click on, and that will be the 3, and I can delete it. So I'm going to rename the 7. Let's try 8 and 9. So one more example. We're going to do 8 and 9. I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to paste it on top of the 4 and the 5, right? So I take my 8, and I take my 4, and I will top align it. When I top align it, and then I will left align it. Now I have to move my 8 behind the 4, so it'll be easy to select the 4. So I will select it, and I will move the 8 behind. I'll move it backwards. So then when I click off again and click back on the same position, I will be selecting the 4, and I can delete it. See? Okay, so let's do 9. Same thing. I will select the 9 and the 5, and I'm going to position it. I'm going to top position it first, and then I will left position it. So then I click off, and then I click back on. I can select the 9, and I will move the 9 backwards. I will move the 9 layer backwards. So then when I click off and click on again, now I'm selecting the 5. So I can delete the 5. And that is my quick way to keep everything consistent and make sure that everything is looking like it's supposed to. I hope this helps. I'll see you in the next video.